Prepare yourselves. Tonight we take on the Thinker.
What's happened? Someone's taking over our systems. It's DeVoe.
I will cut through all of Team Flash to get what I want.
This team is the only family that I have ever had.
No one has to die.
Iris, Caitlin, Cisco, Joe, Harry. DeVoe cannot have that.
What is good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you're a fan of Flash Season 4, this is the channel for you. So, after the epic ending of last week's episode, well, technically this week's episode, when we seen Harry Wells going into the Time Vault, putting the Thinker Cap down to activate the dark matter, most likely into the Thinking Cap, and then reactivate Gideon, and Harry says a lot has changed. So that was pretty interesting. That was the best part about this week's episode. The rest of it was pretty much filler. So they're either trying to fool Gideon into thinking in fact it is the Reverse Flash from Season 1, or somehow the Thinking Cap has downloaded memories from the Reverse Flash and that's how he knows everything. So that 1,000 days would have put him into the episode 20 of Season 1. I'm really happy that they got the proper Gideon voice, not like on Legends Tomorrow. It is Lee from Gotham and Deadpool's girlfriend, aka Copycat, the original Gideon's voice. So next week's episode is called Lose Yourself. It's a famous Eminem song. No, I don't think Cisco's gonna try and freestyle the Lose Yourself song, or else there'd be a massive copyright thing and CW would have to pay a lot of money just to use the Eminem song. So I'd be very shocked if we actually hear that song. So the synopsis for the episode goes like this. When Barry and Team Flash find a way to enter the Thinker's lair, Ralph considers crossing a dangerous line to defeat DeVoe. Meanwhile, Joe is concerned by Harry's recent behavior. So the trailer looks amazing for once. It's not like this week's episode that was pretty much filler based. It looks like a pretty cool episode. Kind of looks like it would, shoulda, coulda, might actually be good. So let's get into this little breakdown. So the trailer starts with the Flash, Barry Allen and Killer Frost going into the Thinker's lair. Barry's been there before and he got out. That was, I think, the season like end before it ended for Christmas. That's when Barry got framed for the murder of Clifford DeVoe. How did they get there? So the last bus meta is called Edwin Gauss, aka the Folding Man, and his ability will allow them to enter the pocket dimension. So essentially Edwin Gauss can open other dimensions, and that's most likely how they're actually going to get into the Thinker's lair. So we do see Edwin Gauss talking to Ralph in a promo image, although I didn't see him in the trailer. If you did, let me know the timestamp and I'll have another look. Then it goes back to Star Labs, and the Thinker has hacked the system via the metahumans power gained by Kilgore. Basically allows him to take over any device anywhere. It's a pretty cool ability to have. Then we see the Samurai back attacking Star Labs, which is interesting, as we've not actually seen a physical threat to anyone in the show for so long. It's only taken him 18 episodes. He said he won't leave until he gets what he wants. I presume they're coming for Null, they're coming for Edwin Gauss, and they're coming for Ralph, I presume. Ralph says they're his family, like all the members of Team Flash, and he won't let them die. So I presume the part of the synopsis where itself Ralph considers crossing the line, is he going to try and kill DeVoe? Maybe, maybe not. But what is really interesting is he is listed as a guest star. I know, just like Tom Felton last season was listed as a guest star. So is he going to die? I actually really do think he's going to die in this episode. Ralph gives Barry a dagger or a map. I'm not really sure what it is. It's hard to kind of work out. But from doing a look at obviously the actor that plays Ralph, it does imply he dies, because if Ralph's body was taken over by the Thinker, he would become the new Thinker. I think they're currently filming the Flash Season 4 finale, and Ralph hasn't been seen on set for weeks. So I really think if you watch this video, you should get ready for a death in this episode, because so far there's been no emotional attachment. There's been literally nothing they've done. Nothing has actually, I mean, I hate to say this, but this is the worst season of Flash ever. Now, I guess people weren't happy with season 3 of the Flash, but if you look on the comment section in any YouTuber that covers this kind of material, everyone goes on about how bad this season is. Then we see the mechanic with some crazy ass sword fighting skills, and it looks like she's lost all emotional attachment. It doesn't even look like she's there. It looks like DeVoe has literally taken all the compassion out of her. It literally looks like she's an android, and it looks like Iris West and the mechanic are going to have a beatdown UFC style, and it looks like Iris West is going to get stabbed up, which is kind of weird, seeing as the whole of the Flash Season 3 was based around Iris not getting stabbed by Savitar, that it's pretty clear in this trailer that she's going to get stabbed by the mechanic. Then it cuts into Caitlin Snow falling to the ground, which tells us that the actress, the character Null, is going to be killed forward in this episode, and Devoe's going to get the power to allow, like, basically be able to take levitation, gravity, basically be able to control the gravity around things. So by Devoe killing that character, he's going to be killing another one. Then we get Cisco's ear bleeding for some reason, so the team will take a massive beat down in this episode. Finally, the boring Devoe is finally going to get, he's finally going to hurt someone. Now, I know I keep going about how boring the season is, but guys, let's be honest, this is a pretty boring season, and I don't really care what you guys say in the comment box. It's not really going anywhere. I mean, I think finally it might start to go with somewhere. Now we've got the Harry Wells storyline. Joe West goes up against the Samurai, which is going to be quite interesting. And then the best part of the trailer, we see Harry Wells, what looks like he's absorbing the dark matter into the thinking cap to outsmart the Thinker. Or is he actually downloading Gideon into the thinking cap, which would be pretty badass. But could this be the downfall of the Thinker, or could it be the downfall of Harry? And did Devoe predict this? Because Devoe, ever since the start of the season, keeps preaching that he's thought of every single possibility. I don't really think he is. So are they building Harry Wells to become the villain for the current season? And is Harry Wells going to actually kill Devoe? I don't know. That would be better than what the current narrative is telling us. Or are they building Devoe to be Godspeed? Now, I've seen a few people saying they wouldn't really be happy if Devoe was actually killed and then Harry turned into Godspeed. That would be so cool. I'd really love it if Harry was turned into Godspeed. But the only problem with that is, if they're going to follow the comic book arc, then the only way he's going to have dark matter, which would give him like the Speed Force power ability, would be via the thinking cap getting the dark matter. But not everyone that gets hit by, I don't know, Speed Force Storm or dark matter and becomes a speedster. Now, this season is finally getting interesting after the cliffhanger of last week of Reverse Flash being Harry Wells. Well, I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but I'm actually looking forward to the Flash going forward, because so far it's been null and annoying. You get it, null and annoying, the episode from this week. It's been like hit and miss. It's been like either good or really bad, or actually nothing happens. So anyway, guys, please like, subscribe and comment. Hit the bell button down below, because YouTube always has a problem with notifying people, and I will catch you in that notification squad and the comment section. Join Team Warstu and the Warhead Army by hitting the bell button down below, and I will catch you in another video, guys, very soon, and catch you later.